Have you ever heard of the Kardashian Jenner family? Well, this family has been making a name for over a decade now. America's most famous family has been making their own sound, and as their large family continues to grow, it's indeed getting harder to keep up with the Kardashians. But if you think it's hard enough to keep up with them as a family, it's even harder to keep up with them individually. One sibling just reached a new milestone on the Forbes list, and that is none other than Kylie Jenner. So what is this new milestone she just stepped into, and how did she reach that point? Make sure to stay till the end to find out what this celebrity is worth. If you're new to this channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the like button for more interesting videos. Making it into one of the Forbes lists is really quite a feat, huh? Well, one of the Kardashian Jenner family members just made it into the cut. And did I mention she's number 1? Yes, you've heard it right. She's currently number 1. Kylie Jenner's net worth put her on that spot, making her the wealthiest member of the Kardashian Jenner family. That's not really surprising coming from a well-known family, but hey, that's really awe-inspiring. Getting curious about her net worth? Just how much do you think it is? We'll get to that, but first let us go over some information about Kylie Jenner. So, who is Kylie Jenner really? Kylie Jenner is an American media personality and makeup maven. She was born on August 10, 1997 in Los Angeles, California. Her parents are Kris Jenner and former Olympic gold medalist Bruce Jenner, now known as Caitlyn Jenner. She has a daughter with Travis Scott named Stormi Webster. Kylie Jenner built her own empire, Kylie Cosmetics. At such a young age, she had her own brand. Just how amazing is that? Forbes cited Jenner's makeup company, Kylie Cosmetics, as a driving force behind her net worth. Jenner founded her beauty company, Kylie Cosmetics. As of March 2019, Jenner owned 100% of Kylie Cosmetics, valued at $900 million. Within 7 months, she agreed to sell Coty Incorporated, a major stake, valuing the company at $1.2 billion. Jenner agreed to sell a 51% stake to Coty Incorporated for $600 million. She appears to be as involved as ever, as Kylie Cosmetics recently dropped an entire collection dedicated to her daughter Stormi. It's been reported that the beauty mogul has filed several new trademarks, potentially for brand business ventures. Jenner starred in the campaign alongside her daughter. The entire line was released on Stormi's birthday, which also saw Jenner set up an extravagant theme park called Stormi World for her daughter, for the second year in a row. Jenner's spending doesn't seem to outpace her growing wealth. Jenner earned $170 million in 2019, making her the second highest paid celebrity in 2019. She also makes her millions through a variety of platforms, from Kylie Cosmetics and TV deals to product endorsements and social media. She charges $1.2 million per sponsored Instagram post, more than any other celebrity. According to the Instagram Rich List, she's holding down the #1 spot. Kylie Jenner also has appeared on screen. She made her television debut on her family show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, in 2007. She made her film debut in the movie Ocean's 8 in 2018. According to the Kardashian Jenner clan's most recent contract, their reality TV show now earns them $30 million per season, which is then divided between the family. Kylie's social media is where we can see how she spends her millions. In 2016, she purchased a 1.4-acre Hidden Hills compound, which includes a 1,300 square foot mansion, for $12 million. Her latest investment is a $13.45 million Beverly Hills home, which she bought with Travis Scott. Scott has since reportedly moved out. Over the years, Kylie has bought at least 5 other properties totaling more than $40 million. With all those properties, she definitely has the space to store all of her luxurious cars. Since receiving a $225,000 black Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon for her 16th birthday, Kylie has amassed a pretty impressive luxury car collection. She's recently reported to have paid an estimated $10,000 to wrap her G-Wagon to match her $400,000 Lamborghini Aventador. For her 19th birthday, Kylie bought herself a one-of-a-kind Land Rover for $200,000. Her collection also includes a maroon G550 4x4 SUV, which starts at $227,300. Multiple Ferraris, a black Bentley Bentayga, which starts at $229,100, and a number of Rolls-Royces, each worth 6 figures. As an early birthday present, Kylie gifted her mother a Ferrari 488 worth $250,000. Her then-boyfriend Tyga gave her a Mercedes Maybach, which starts at $169,595. Kylie also had a matching Ferrari Spider with her sister, Kendall Jenner. That's not all. The reality star recently upped her car game with yet another Ferrari worth $1.4 million for her collection, given to her as an apparent push present by former beau Travis Scott when she gave birth to their daughter, Stormy. Kylie definitely loves to spoil the people in her life. For boyfriend Travis Scott's birthday, Jenner rented out Six Flags Magic Mountain in Los Angeles, which starts at $150,000. The birthday festivities continued in Turks and Caicos, where the couple stayed at luxury beach resort Amanyara, where luxury suites cost up to $23,538 per night. Kylie has faced criticism for spending a lot of money on her daughter, Stormy. From purchasing an $820 Gucci baby carrier to a $12,500 Fendi baby stroller, Kylie seems keen on introducing Stormy to luxury right away. But considering Jenner gave birth at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, where private birthing suites range from $3,600 to $5,100 a night, is that really a surprise? During an online closet tour, Kylie revealed her impressive bag collection. Her closet includes an entire row of Hermes Birkin bags, one of the most expensive bags in the world. She already has a mini Birkin bag picked out to be Stormy's first purse. Asked what she would grab in the event of a fire, Kylie said she'd grab a $432,000 Hermes Himalayan crocodile skin Birkin bag with an 18-karat white gold hardware and more than 200 diamonds. Jenner also has her own collection of Gucci bags. The combined worth of her purses alone is an estimated $500,000. That is just a lot of money. Kylie's lavish accessory budget extends to her hair. The makeup mogul is known for frequently transforming her locks with custom wigs created by hairstylist Tokyo Styles, which can cost up to $5,000 per wig. Kylie is willing to pay a lot to look perfect. She definitely has the cash for it. Her beauty budget includes $30 for her favorite mink eyelashes from Lily Lashes, $350 spray tanning sessions at Jimmy Coco, and fresh manicures by Brittany Tokyo, an LA-based manicurist who charges $125 for a 2-hour session and an additional $50 for house calls. Are you getting really comfortable hearing all those dollars received and spent by Kylie Jenner? Well, here's what you were really curious about at the start of this video. Just how much is Kylie Jenner's net worth? To get to the gist of it, in March 2019, Forbes declared Kylie Jenner as the world's youngest self-made billionaire at the age of 21. Her net worth was estimated to have reached $1 billion. Jenner is just one of 10 billionaires in the world currently under the age of 30. For the second year in a row, 22-year-old Kylie Jenner has held on to her crown as the youngest self-made billionaire. On April 2020, Forbes announced the news clarifying that she is indeed the youngest self-made billionaire. Yes, self-made. Despite a lot of help from her family, she didn't inherit her business, she built it. She built her own $1.2 billion Kylie Cosmetics brand. Whether you think she's self-made or not, there's no denying that Kylie Jenner is rich. With all this wealth, the beauty mogul isn't shy about spending her millions. Her mother, Kris Jenner, also makes a profit from Kylie as she pays her mother a 10% management fee. The youngest Kardashian Jenner certainly knows how to make waves. As for whether Kylie Jenner will always be the youngest self-made billionaire ever, only time will tell. What do you think of Kylie Jenner's wealth? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Warren Buffett's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. In this episode, we will be talking about a business tycoon, an investor whose net worth is beyond our grasp. He is Warren Buffett. Yes, we will later reveal how much this man is worth, but before that, let's get to know him a little and how he was able to reach his current net worth. Warren Edward Buffett, or just Warren Buffett, is an American investor, business tycoon, and philanthropist who is the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He is considered one of the most successful investors in the world. He was born on August 30th, 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska, United States to Layla and Congressman Howard Buffett. After finishing high school and finding success with his side entrepreneurial and investment ventures, Buffett wanted to skip college and go directly into business but was overruled by his father. Buffett displayed an interest in business and investing at a young age. He was inspired by a book he borrowed from the Omaha Public Library at the age of 7, 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. Much of Buffett's early childhood years were enlivened with entrepreneurial ventures. In one of his first business ventures, Buffett sold chewing gum, Coca-Cola bottles, and weekly magazines door to door. He worked in his grandfather's grocery store. He developed an interest in business and investing in his youth, eventually entering the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in 1947 before transferring and graduating from the University of Nebraska at age 19. He went on to graduate from Columbia Business School, where he molded his investment philosophy around the concept of value investing that was pioneered by Benjamin Graham. He attended New York Institute of Finance to focus his economics background and soon after began various business partnerships, including one with Graham. He created Buffett Partnership Limited in 1956, and his firm eventually acquired a textile manufacturing firm called Berkshire Hathaway, assuming its name to create a diversified holding company. Buffett runs Berkshire Hathaway, which owns more than 60 companies, including insurer Geico, battery maker Duracell, and restaurant chain Dairy Queen. Buffett has been the chairman and largest shareholder of Berkshire Hathaway since 1970. He's been referred to as the Oracle or Sage of Omaha by global media outlets. Research published at the University of Oxford characterizes Buffett's investment methodology as falling within founder-centrism, defined by a deference to managers with a founder's mindset, an ethical disposition towards the shareholder collective, and an intense focus on exponential value creation. Buffett eats breakfast at McDonald's every day and is careful to spend no more than $3.17 on his order. As a teenager, he was raking in about $175 a month by delivering the Washington Post, more than his teachers and most adults. He reportedly earns a salary of $100,000 at Berkshire Hathaway, and in 2013, Buffett made on average $37 million per day, more than what Jennifer Lawrence made the entire year. Buffett lives in a modest home in Omaha, Nebraska, which he bought for $31,500 in 1958. Adjusted for inflation, it's about $276,700 in today's dollars. As of 2017, it was worth an estimated $652,619, what he calls the third best investment he's ever made. The home spans 6,570 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. In 1971, Buffett purchased a vacation home in Laguna Beach, California for $150,000. According to the listing, the home comes with a $9,264 annual association fee, which grants him access to nearby amenities like a pool and spa, picnic area, playground, and tennis court. It has 3,500 square feet of living space and 6 bedrooms. Buffett has renovated it since its initial purchase. After nearly 2 years on the market, it finally sold in October 2018 for $7.5 million. Buffett doesn't spend much on technology, at least when it comes to his mobile phone. Until 2020, he had a flip phone instead of a smartphone. Buffett isn't a fan of high-end designer suits. He only wears suits, of which he owns about 20, made in China by designer Madame Li. Buffett tops off his style with an $18 haircut. Buffett also dines the modest Goritz Steakhouse, his favorite. The menu ranges from $3 to $41. Buffett is also a fan of Coca-Cola. He has said he typically drinks 5 Cokes a day, so you can imagine he spends more on the beverage than the average person. Buffett once spent $100 to take a Dale Carnegie course on public speaking. It helped him propose to his wife, he said. He purchased shares in Wells Fargo a long time ago, but it's unclear what his stake in the company is. He also purchased 2 million shares, an 8% stake, in Seritage Growth Properties for a total estimated cost of $73 million. He also owns an undisclosed amount of JP Morgan stock. He's said to be a fan of the bank's CEO, Jamie Dimon, but not all his investments have been wise. Back in 1951, he bought a Sinclair gas station with a friend. The Texaco station across the street was more popular, and he lost $2,000 out of his $9,600 savings. Buffett spends most of his billions on philanthropy. He's considered one of the more generous philanthropists in the world, having donated more than $46 billion to causes since 2000. In 2016, he donated $2.9 billion to various charities, including the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation in honor of his late wife. He donated about $800 million in Berkshire Hathaway stocks to the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, Sherwood Foundation, Howard G. Buffett Foundation, and Nouveau Foundation. In 2019, he donated $3.6 billion, much of it to the foundation of friends Bill and Melinda Gates. Buffett only plans to leave his kids $2 billion each. The rest of his fortune will be donated to philanthropic causes. He once said that he wants to leave his children, quote, enough money so that they would feel like they could do anything, but not so much that they could do nothing. Well known for being frugal, it's probably not surprising that Warren Buffett is not extravagant with his car purchases, although he certainly isn't buying clunkers. Buffett doesn't go for anything super fancy when it comes to cars. When he got rid of his 2006 Cadillac DTS, he replaced it with a 2014 Cadillac XTS. The car retailed for between $44,600 and $69,095, which is pretty economical for a rich person like himself. He then donated his old Cadillac to Girls Incorporated, a nonprofit working to empower and inspire girls and young women. The organization was able to auction it for $122,500. Buffett generally owns American cars, although in high school, he was a half owner of Rolls-Royce, and he did own a Volkswagen Beetle in the 1960s for about a year. Since then, he's mainly owned GMs or Fords. Despite being super frugal, Buffett did eventually buy himself a private jet more than 20 years ago. He got a Bombardier Challenger 600 jet. Since he'd spent so long criticizing CEOs and others who used private jets, he apparently felt a bit silly buying one for himself. Buffett thought the only defensible reason to own a private jet is for convenience. It lets him avoid connecting flights and delays and arrives easier at smaller airports. Since he travels a lot for his company, owning a jet makes his life easier. He actually loved his own plane so much that in 1998, he had Berkshire Hathaway buy NetJets, a private jet leasing company where people own a fraction of a jet. We've seen some of his riches. Now it's time to reveal his net worth. But before that, don't forget to comment below which celebrity you'd like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. Berkshire Hathaway chairman Warren Buffett's net worth has plunged over $21 billion in 2020 as the value of the firm's equity portfolio is in freefall because of the novel coronavirus. But that did not stop him from being the fourth wealthiest person in the world. Warren Buffett has a net worth of $68.6 billion according to Forbes as of May 2020. He has also appeared on the Forbes lists. He ranked 16th in Powerful People 2018, the richest person in every state 2019, 3rd in Forbes 400 2019, and 4th in Billionaires 2020. That's all for the fourth wealthiest person in the world, Warren Buffett. We'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Bill Gates' net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. When we hear the word billionaire, we all have a person in mind we link to that word. For most people, it's Bill Gates, the man who dominated the tech world. He's one of the richest people in the world with the humblest personas. You will not believe how much he is worth. You could only dream of having his net worth. So first, let's get to know a little about the powerful man, Bill Gates. William Henry Gates III, or Bill Gates, is an American business magnate, software developer, investor, and philanthropist. He was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington. He's the son of William H. Gates Sr., who was a prominent lawyer, and Mary Maxwell Gates, who served on the board of directors for First Interstate Bank System and the United Way of America. Gates' maternal grandfather was J.W. Maxwell, a national bank president. Gates enrolled at Harvard University in the fall of 1973, originally thinking of a career in law. Much to his parents' dismay, Gates dropped out of college in 1975 to pursue his business, Microsoft, with partner Allen. He is best known as the co-founder of the Microsoft Corporation in 1975. It went on to become the world's largest personal computer software company. During his career at Microsoft, Gates held the positions of chairman, chief executive officer, president and chief software architect, while also being the largest individual shareholder until May 2014. In February 2014, Gates announced that he was stepping down as Microsoft's chairman to focus on charitable work at his foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He is one of the best-known entrepreneurs and pioneers of the microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. With his wife Melinda, Bill Gates chairs the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's largest private charitable foundation. In May 2020, the Gates Foundation said it would spend $300 million to fight the coronavirus pandemic, funding treatment, detection, and vaccines. To date, Gates has donated $35.8 billion worth of Microsoft stock to the Gates Foundation. In November 2017, Gates invested $50 million into Alzheimer's research. He continued these efforts by recently investing $30 million with a group of investors into the Diagnostics Accelerator, a venture philanthropy fund to diagnose Alzheimer's earlier. In 2017, they donated $4.78 billion, mostly to projects run by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They donated more than $2 billion in 2016 to causes related to global health and development and U.S. education. They've pledged about $2 billion to defeat malaria, donated more than $50 million to fight Ebola, and pledged $38 million to a Japanese pharmaceutical company working to create a low-cost polio vaccine. The Gates Foundation also has committed at least $2.5 billion to the GAVI Alliance, which works to improve access to vaccines in poor countries. Bill and Melinda also prioritize education. The Gates Foundation established the Gates Millennium Scholars Program, which received $1.6 billion. It also partnered with the Dangote Foundation in 2016 to spend $100 million on eliminating malnutrition in Nigeria. Gates and Melinda are huge on philanthropy. They were recently named the most generous philanthropists in the United States by the Chronicle of Philanthropy, having donated more than $36 billion to charitable causes through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. When it comes to the future of his fortune, Gates is leaving $10 million to each of his children, a fraction of his net worth. Aside from spending for the welfare of the world, of course the billionaire also spends for himself and his family since he has all the money for that. Gates officially became a billionaire when he was 31, the youngest billionaire in history at the time. Bill Gates revealed the two crazy things he purchased since becoming a billionaire. It's a Porsche and a private plane. Gates has previously referred to his private jet as a guilty pleasure and a big splurge. It's been widely reported that he owns a Bombardier BD700 Global Express with seating for up to 19 people and a $40 million price tag. Gates also told DeGeneres that he has a trampoline room in his home, a $125 million mansion in Medina, Washington, which is less than 1 mile from fellow billionaire Jeff Bezos. Gates has a number of Porsche cars in his garage. Porsche 911, his first splurge, and he used it to race in the desert. It's notorious for getting Gates in trouble for speeding. Porsche 911 Carrera 2. There were only 250 of these speed demons that were ever produced in the world, so Bill Gates had to have one. Porsche 930 Turbo. It's the turbocharged version of the Porsche 911, and yes, it's fast. Gates called it the Rocket. He later sold it in the 90s, where it was then shipped to Vienna, Austria. Porsche 959 Coupe. Interestingly, this car was banned from getting imported to US soil because it couldn't meet import emission standards. It was actually Bill Gates' lawyer who helped change the legislation so this model could enter the country. He also has cars which are not Porsche, of course. Jaguar XJ6, the last Jaguar designed by its company co-founder William Lyons. It stayed in production for more than 2 decades. Ferrari 348, the final V8 model developed under the direction of Enzo Ferrari before his death. According to Time magazine, the Ferrari 348 later became known as Gates's dune buggy after he spun it into the sand. 2008 Ford Focus. He's known to drive it to his office from time to time. Bill Gates can certainly afford to buy any car he wants. Gates bought the new fully electric Porsche Taycan. The electric Porsche comes at a starting price of $150,900 for the Taycan Turbo. That's more than Tesla's rival electric luxury sedan, the Model S, which starts at $79,900 and can top $100,000 with various high-performing extra features like Tesla's ludicrous mode. Also, Bill Gates just expanded his real estate portfolio. He and his wife, Melinda Gates, dropped $43 million on a 5,800 square foot home in Del Mar, California. The home now stands as one of the biggest recorded deals in the San Diego area. Gates also spent a lot on his estate, Xanadu 2.0 in Medina, Washington. It took him 7 years and $63 million to build. He purchased the lot for $2 million in 1988. At 66,000 square feet, his home is worth about $125 million today. In 2017, he paid $1,041,292.55 in property taxes on it, according to public findings. There are roughly $80,000 worth of computer screens sitting around the house. Devices worth $150,000 can display different paintings or photographs on the screens at a single touch. However, there are real paintings on the wall as well, like the Winslow Homer painting Gates purchased for $36 million in 1988. That's not to mention the 2,100 square foot library, home to a 16th century Leonardo da Vinci manuscript that Gates bought at auction for $30 million in 1994. Outside of his Washington pad, Gates also has a 4.5-acre vacation ranch in Wellington, Florida, with a 12,864 square foot mansion. He reportedly dropped $27 million to buy a whole string of properties in the area. In California, he owns the 228-acre Rancho Pacifica, which he purchased for $18 million. It includes a racetrack, orchard, and 5 barns. He added to his California real estate portfolio in 2020, dropping $43 million on an oceanfront home in Del Mar, California. He also reportedly purchased a 492-acre Wyoming ranch, which listed for $8.9 million back in 2009. Gates has invested a variety of stocks and assets and launched a $1 billion investment fund, Breakthrough Energy, with 20 others. In 2013, Gates and several unnamed buyers paid $161 million for the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco. As of 2014, it was reportedly worth $200 million. When he's not busy buying real estate or working, Gates needs a vacation or two to unwind. He's traveled to Australia and Croatia. He's also treated his family to a Mediterranean vacation on board the 439-foot super yacht Serene, which he chartered for $5 million a week. It included a helicopter. Now it's time to reveal his net worth. But before that, don't forget to comment below which celebrity you would like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. Bill Gates' net worth is $106.4 billion as of May 22, 2020, according to Forbes. Since 1987, he has been included in the Forbes list of the world's wealthiest people. From 1995 to 2017, he held the Forbes title of richest person in the world for all but 4 of those years. In October 2017, he was surpassed by Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos. He's appeared on numerous Forbes lists: the richest person in America 50 largest cities 2016, the richest person in every state 2017, ranked 7th in Powerful People 2018, first richest in tech 2017, second in Forbes 400 2019, and second in Billionaires 2020. That's all from the second richest person in the world, Bill Gates. We'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Jay-Z's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to the channel, or if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. Many rappers in America have made a name for themselves in the world. Few of them have appeared in the prestigious Forbes lists. Jay-Z is one of those wealthy rappers. His riches are a dream for anyone. We'll talk about his fortune and how he spends it after we get to know a little bit about him. Sean Corey Carter, better known by his stage name Jay-Z, is an American rapper, songwriter, record executive, entrepreneur, businessman, and record producer. He was born on December 4th, 1969 in Brooklyn, New York City, United States. He was raised in Marcy Houses, a housing project in Brooklyn's Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood. After their father, Adnis Reeves, abandoned the family, Jay-Z and his 3 siblings were raised by their mother, Gloria Carter. Reeves would later meet and reconcile with Jay-Z before dying in 2003. Jay-Z claims in his lyrics that in 1982, at age 12, he shot his older brother in the shoulder for stealing his jewelry. Jay-Z first began his musical career after founding the record label Rockefeller Records in 1995, and subsequently released his debut solo album, Reasonable Doubt, in 1996. The album was released to widespread critical success and solidified his standing in the music industry. He's gone on to release 12 additional albums, including the acclaimed albums The Blueprint 2001, The Black Album 2003, American Gangster 2007, and 444 2017. Jay-Z has also released the full-length collaborative albums Watch the Throne 2011 and Everything Is Love 2018 with Kanye West and wife Beyonce, respectively. Jay-Z is one of the world's best-selling music artists with over 50 million albums and 75 million singles sold worldwide. He's won a total of 22 Grammy Awards, the most by a rapper, and holds the record for the most #1 albums by a solo artist on the Billboard 200 with 14. He has been ranked by Billboard and fellow music publication Rolling Stone as one of the 100 greatest artists of all time. In 2017, he became the first rapper to be honored into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and in 2018 received the commemorative Salute to Industry Icons Award at the 60th Grammy Awards. He is one of the most influential figures in hip-hop since the 1990s and early 21st century. He's earned his fortune through a hip-hop career spanning nearly 3 decades and has also parlayed his success into several business ventures. Music is far from Jay-Z's only source of income. In 1999, he co-founded the clothing retailer Rocawear, which was sold in 2007 for $204 million. In 2015, Jay-Z bought the company behind Tidal, a music streaming service, for $56 million. Today, Tidal is worth about $600 million. Jay-Z rakes in even more money from Armand De Brignac, the brand of champagne he bought in 2014. He's also the partial owner of Douce, a cognac made by Bacardi. Jay-Z's entertainment label, Roc Nation, is owned by Live Nation. It launched a sports management division called Roc Nation Sports in 2013. He's also an investor in JetSmarter, a startup that allows people to rent private jets like they would an Uber or a Lyft. He's the owner of the 4040 Club, an upscale sports bar and nightclub in Manhattan. Meanwhile, his relationship with Beyonce Knowles has cemented the couple at the center of the music world. The pair began dating in the early 2000s and married in 2008. In 2017, Jay-Z signed a $200 million 10-year deal with concert conglomerate Live Nation Entertainment. He and Beyonce played 48 shows on their On the Run 2 tour, which earned them a reported $5 million a show. They have 3 children together, and they aren't afraid of spoiling them. For daughter Blue Ivy's first birthday, they reportedly gave her a diamond-encrusted Barbie doll worth $80,000, and in 2016, they spent $11,000 on her dress for the MTV Video Music Awards. And they reportedly spent more than $80,000 on matching gold cribs for their twins, Rumi and Sir, born in 2017. Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce also spend a lot for real estate. In 2004, before pairing off with Beyonce, Jay-Z purchased a 7th-floor penthouse at 195 Hudson Street for $6.85 million. This was where the couple held their private 40-guest wedding in 2008. In 2007, Jay-Z rented a 3-bedroom 76th-floor penthouse at the Time Warner Center for $40,000 a month. The property was then sold for $31 million in 2011, setting a record for the most expensive recorded sale recorded in the building. After getting hitched in 2008, the couple snapped up a sprawling 7-bedroom, 8-bathroom Miami Beach compound at 40 Indian Creek Road. There are just 35 homes on the island, all of them belonging to big-time jet-setters. Beyonce and Jay sold the home for $9.3 million in 2010. Back in 2012, Jay and Beyonce headed out east, renting this Bridgehampton estate at 612 Halsey Lane for $400,000 for the month of August alone. Sound nuts? Maybe not. August is high season out there after all. Later, they rented this equally baller estate at 30 Wainscott Highway in Wainscott. If $400,000 per month sounded too humble for Queen Beyonce, not to worry. She and Jay paid $500,000 a month for this 8-bedroom, 11.5-bathroom waterfront palace. The couple also dropped a hefty $88 million on a new mansion in Los Angeles' famed Bel Air neighborhood. It's a true trophy home that reflects just how far this power couple has come. Jay-Z shows his great taste in cars by purchasing some of the rarest and most respected vehicles of all time. Jay-Z may be rich, but he's also very knowledgeable about cars. His purchase of supercars and ultra-luxury vehicles makes his collection one of the best in the world. Jay-Z owns a blacked-out Tesla Model S. Though the Tesla Model S has a starting cost of $78,000, the car is ahead of its time as far as technology goes. Midway through 2016, stories and photos flooded the internet showing Jay-Z and Beyonce cruising around Italy in an Alfa Romeo Spider. What better car for the world's biggest couple in one of the most romantic countries in the world? The 1.5-liter engine may not be impressive, but this old-school car can cost up to $115,000 today, according to Nada Guides. And what better birthday present could there be than a Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport? Beyonce gave Jay-Z this $2 million whip for his 41st birthday. Jay-Z was thrilled with the present, and why wouldn't he be? This Bugatti is one of the fastest cars in the world. The Rolls-Royce Phantom is one of the most coveted cars by celebrities, and so, of course, Jay-Z has one. As probably the most successful rapper of all time, the $400,000 price tag was nothing to Jay-Z. Not owned by Jay-Z, but he has gifted to Beyonce the Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. It was a gift from Jay-Z to his wife on her birthday. The classic car costs $1 million. Maybach Accelero, one of the most expensive cars of all time with a price tag of $8 million. There's no doubt Jay-Z shows this thing off, as he has flashed it in his Lost One music video. Jay-Z and Beyonce have been seen cruising in a 911 Carrera Cabriolet. Though it's expensive, even for a Porsche with a price tag of $116,000, money is nothing for the biggest rap mogul of all time. This isn't the end of his list of cars inside of his garage. He also has a rare Pagani Zonda F, a 1957 Chevrolet Corvette, a Ferrari F430 Spider, a Bentley Continental GT, his second Maybach, which is the Maybach 62S, an armored Darts Prombron, a GMC Yukon SLT, and a Jeep Wrangler. Nearly 30 years after he burst onto the scene, Jay-Z has managed to translate his success in the music world over to the business world. Now it is time to reveal his net worth. But before that, don't forget to comment below which celebrity you would like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. Jay-Z's net worth is $1 billion as of May 2020, according to Forbes. He's also appeared on the Forbes lists, 19th in Billionaires 2020, 24th in Sports Agents 2019, and 20th in Celebrity 100 2019. In June 2019, Jay-Z officially became the first hip-hop billionaire, making him the 5th wealthiest African-American and wealthiest American musician, thanks to an empire encompassing liquor, art, real estate, and stakes in companies like Uber. That's all for rapper Jay-Z. We'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Jeff Bezos' net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out just how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. In this video, we will be talking about one of the most well-known billionaires in the world. He started with a small e-commerce website to bringing it to one of the most used websites today. He is the one and only Jeff Bezos. We will talk about his net worth and how he spends his money. Jeffrey Preston Bezos, or Jeff Bezos. Who is Jeff Bezos, you may ask? Jeff Bezos is an American industrialist, media proprietor, and investor. He is best known as the founder, CEO, and president of the online retail company Amazon. He was born on January 12, 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, United States, and raised in Houston and later Miami. Bezos graduated from Princeton University in 1986 with a degree in electrical engineering and computer science. He is the son of Jacqueline and Ted Jorgensen. At the time of his birth, his mother was a 17-year-old high school student and his father was a bike shop owner. After his parents divorced, his mother married Cuban immigrant Mikhail Mike Bezos in April 1968. Shortly after the wedding, Mike adopted 4-year-old Jorgensen, whose surname was then changed to Bezos. The family moved to Houston, Texas, where Mike worked as an engineer for Exxon after he received a degree from the University of New Mexico. Bezos attended River Oaks Elementary School in Houston from 4th to 6th grade. Bezos' maternal grandfather was Lawrence Preston Jose, a regional director of the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission in Albuquerque. Jose retired early to his family's ranch near Cotulla, Texas, where Bezos would spend many summers in his youth. Bezos would later purchase this ranch and expand it from 25,000 acres to 300,000 acres. His maternal grandmother was Maddie Louise Jose, through whom he is a cousin of country singer George Strait. Bezos often displayed scientific interests and technological proficiency, and he once rigged an electric alarm to keep his younger siblings out of his room. The family moved to Miami, Florida, where Bezos attended Miami Palmetto High School in nearby Pinecrest, Florida. While Bezos was in high school, he worked at McDonald's as a short-order line cook during the breakfast shift. He attended the Student Science Training Program at the University of Florida. It was also during high school that he started his first business, the Dream Institute, an educational summer camp for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. He was high school valedictorian, a National Merit Scholar, and a Silver Knight Award winner in 1982. In his graduation speech, Bezos told the audience he dreamed of the day when mankind would colonize space. A local newspaper quoted his intention, quote, to get all people off the Earth and see it turned into a huge national park. In 1986, he graduated summa cum laude from Princeton University with a 4.2 GPA and a Bachelor of Science in Engineering in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. He was also a member of Pi Beta Kappa. In addition, he was elected to Tau Beta Pi and was the president of the Princeton chapter of the Students for the Exploration and Development of Space. Bezos met Mackenzie Tuttle when they both worked at D.E. Shaw, he as a senior vice president and she as an administrative assistant to pay the bills to fund her writing career. The couple dated for 3 months before getting engaged and married shortly thereafter in 1993. Mary was an integral part of the founding success of Amazon, helping create Amazon's first business plan and serving as the company's first accountant. Although quiet and bookish, she publicly supported Amazon and her husband. A novelist by trade, trading under Toni Morrison during her college years at Princeton University, Mackenzie published her first book, The Testing of Luther Albright, in 2005, and her second novel, Traps, in 2013. After more than 25 years of marriage, Jeff and Mackenzie divorced in 2019. As part of the divorce settlement, Jeff's stake in Amazon was cut from 16% to 12%, putting his stake at nearly $110 billion and Mackenzie's at more than $37 billion. Mackenzie announced that she planned to give away at least half of her wealth to charity. Bezos and his now ex-wife Mackenzie are the parents of 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter adopted from China. Entrepreneur and e-commerce pioneer Jeff Bezos is the founder and CEO of e-commerce company Amazon, owner of the Washington Post, and founder of the space exploration company Blue Origin. His successful business ventures have made him one of the richest people in the world. He worked on Wall Street in a variety of related fields from 1986 to early 1994, and in late 1994, he had founded Amazon on a cross-country road trip from New York to Seattle. The company began as an online bookstore and has since expanded to a wide variety of other e-commerce products and services, including video and audio streaming, cloud computing, and AI. It is currently the world's largest online sales company, the largest internet company by revenue, and the world's largest provider of virtual assistants and cloud infrastructure services through its Amazon Web Services branch. Bezos opened Amazon.com, naming it after the meandering South American river, on July 16, 1995, after asking 300 friends to beta test his site. In the months leading up to launch, a few employees began developing software with Bezos in his garage. They eventually expanded operations into a 2-bedroom house equipped with 3 Sun microstations. The initial success of the company was meteoric. With no press promotion, Amazon.com sold books across the United States and in 45 countries within 30 days. In 2 months, sales reached $20,000 a week, growing faster than Bezos and his startup team had envisioned. Amazon.com went public in 1997, leading many market analysts to question whether the company could hold its own when traditional retailers launched their own e-commerce sites. 2 years later, the startup not only kept up, but also outpaced most competitors, becoming an e-commerce leader. Bezos continued to diversify Amazon's offerings with the sale of CDs and videos in 1998, and later clothes, electronics, toys, and more through major retail partnerships. While many .coms of the early 90s went bust, Amazon flourished with yearly sales that jumped from $510,000 in 1995 to over $17 billion in 2011. In 2006, Amazon.com launched its video-on-demand service. Initially known as Amazon Unbox on TiVo, it was eventually rebranded as Amazon Instant Video. Bezos premiered several original programs with the launch of Amazon Studios in 2013. The company hit it big in 2014 with the critically acclaimed Transparent and Mozart in the Jungle. The company produced and released its first original feature film, Spike Lee's She-Rock, in 2015. And again, Amazon released the Kindle, a handheld digital book reader that allowed users to buy, download, read, and store their book selections, in 2007. Bezos entered Amazon into the tablet marketplace with the unveiling of the Kindle Fire in 2011. The following September, he announced the new Kindle Fire HD, the company's next-generation tablet designed to give Apple's iPad a run for its money. Quote, "We haven't built the best tablet at a certain price. We have built the best tablet at any price," Bezos said, according to ABC News. In early December 2013, Bezos made headlines when he revealed a new experimental initiative by Amazon called Amazon Prime Air, using drones to provide delivery services to customers. He said these drones would be able to carry items weighing up to 5 pounds and be capable of traveling within a 10-mile distance of the company's distribution center. The first Prime Air delivery took place in Cambridge, England on December 7, 2016. Also by 2016, Bezos played a Starfleet official in the movie Star Trek Beyond and joined the cast and crew at a San Diego Comic-Con screening. He had lobbied Paramount for the role in apropos of Alexa and his personal/professional interest in speech recognition. His one line consisted of a response to an alien in distress, quote, "Speak normally." In his initial discussion of the project, which became Alexa with his technical advisor Greg Hart in 2011, Bezos told him that the goal was to create, quote, "the Star Trek computer." Bezos had been eyeing the food delivery market, and in 2017, Amazon announced it had acquired Whole Foods grocery chain for $13.7 billion in cash. The company began offering in-store deals to Amazon Prime customers and grocery delivery in as little as 2 hours, depending on the market. As a result, Walmart and Kroger's also began offering meal delivery to its customers. In early 2018, the Seattle Times reported that Amazon had consolidated its consumer retail operations in order to focus on growing areas including digital entertainment and Alexa, Amazon's virtual assistant. As part of Bezos' 2018 annual shareholder letter, the media tycoon said the company had surpassed 100 million paid subscribers for Amazon Prime. By September 2018, Amazon was valued at more than $1 trillion, the second company to ever hit that record just a few weeks after Apple. At the end of 2018, Amazon announced it was raising the minimum wage for its workers to $15 an hour. The company has still been criticized for its working conditions and grueling pace, with workers protesting during Prime Day in July of 2019. On August 5, 2013, Bezos made headlines worldwide when he purchased The Washington Post and other publications affiliated with its parent company, The Washington Post Company, for $250 million. The deal marked the end of the 4-generation reign over the Post Company by the Graham family, which included Donald E. Graham, the company's chairman and chief executive, and his niece, Post publisher Katharine Graham. Bezos hired hundreds of reporters and editors and tripled the newspaper's technology. By 2016, the organization said it was profitable. The following year, the Post had an ad revenue of more than $100 million, with 3 straight years of double-digit revenue growth. Amazon soon bypassed the New York Times digital and unique users, with 86.4 million unique users as of June 2019, according to ComScore. Going back to the year 2000, Bezos founded Blue Origin, an aerospace company that develops technologies to lower the cost of space travel to make it more accessible to paying customers. For a decade and a half, the company operated quietly. Then, in 2016, Bezos invited reporters to visit the headquarters in Kent, Washington, just south of Seattle. He described a vision of humans not only visiting, but eventually colonizing space. In 2017, Bezos promised to sell about $1 billion in Amazon stock annually to fund Blue Origin. 2 years later, he revealed the Blue Origin moonlander and said the company was conducting test flights of its suborbital New Shepard rocket, which would take tourists into space for a few minutes. Quote, "We are going to build a road to space, and then amazing things will happen," Bezos said. In August 2019, NASA announced that the Blue Origin was among 13 companies selected to collaborate on 19 technology projects to reach the Moon and Mars. Blue Origin is developing a safe and precise landing system for the Moon, as well as an engine nozzle for rockets with liquid propellant. The company is also working with NASA to build and launch reusable rockets from a refurbished complex just outside of NASA's Kennedy Space Center. Bezos has earned the same $81,840 salary at Amazon every year since 1998, and he has never taken a stock award. However, his shares of Amazon have made him a very wealthy man. One analysis of Bezos' 2018 stock earnings had him taking home roughly $260 million a day. Bezos personally invested in Google in 1998, and his $1 million early investment would likely have made him a billionaire even without his extensive Amazon wealth. Having billions and billions of dollars, we wonder, where does Jeff Bezos spend his money? Bezos is one of the country's biggest landowners, and he and his family own 5 homes across the U.S. He owns one estate with 2 homes on 5.3 acres of land, which is located in Medina, Washington, not far from Amazon's Seattle headquarters. Bezos also owns a Spanish-style mansion in Beverly Hills, California. He also owns a ranch in Van Horn, Texas, which serves as a base for his Blue Origin space exploration company. Besides that, Bezos purchased a townhouse in Washington, D.C. in 2016. And finally, Bezos' parents own 3 condos in the Century Building at 25 Central Park in West Manhattan. Bezos still has plenty of money to spend. To do so, he threw a star-studded birthday bash for his girlfriend Lauren Sanchez. Bezos not only spends money for luxury, but he also supports and gives back. One of the places he gives back to would be Mary's Place, a Seattle organization that provides shelter and employment training to those who are homeless, and he also gives back to the Dream.us, which supports people who were brought to the US as undocumented immigrants when they were children. According to CNBC, Bezos has also donated significant sums to Seattle's Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center, the University of Washington Foundation, and Princeton University. Bezos also supports some more unusual ventures like the Long Now Foundation, which seeks to build a giant mechanical, quote, 10,000-year clock underground in West Texas. Bezos has been fascinated and inspired by NASA and space travel since watching the Apollo moon landings in his childhood. In 2013, Bezos founded and led an expedition to recover one of the rocket engines from the Apollo 12 mission from the floor of the Atlantic Ocean. In 2018, Bezos launched the Bezo Day 1 Foundation, which focuses on funding existing nonprofits that help homeless families and creating a network of new nonprofit Tier 1 preschools in low-income communities. The announcement came a year after Bezos had asked his Twitter followers how to donate part of his fortune. Bezos founded the organization with his ex-wife Mackenzie before their divorce, and he gave away $2 billion of his personal fortune to fund the nonprofit. As one of the world's wealthiest people, Bezos had been publicly criticized in the past for his lack of philanthropic efforts. The same year, Amazon Berkshire Hathaway and JP Morgan Chase delivered joint press releases in which they announced plans to pool their resources to form a new healthcare company for their U.S. employees. According to the release, the company will be, quote, free from profit-making incentives and constraints as it tries to find ways to cut costs and boost satisfaction for their patients, with an initial focus on technology solutions. Quote, the healthcare system is complex, and we enter into this challenge open-eyed about the degree of difficulty, said Bezos. Hard as it might be, reducing healthcare's burdens on the economy while improving outcomes for employees and their families would be worth the effort. On February 17, 2020, Bezos announced that he was launching the Bezos Earth Fund to combat the potentially devastating effects of climate change. Along with committing $10 billion to the initiative, Bezos said he would begin issuing grants and fund scientists, activists, NGOs, any effort that offers a real possibility to help preserve and protect the natural world. And then in April 2020, Bezos said he would give $100 million to Feed America, a nonprofit that operates food banks and food pantries across the country. We went from where he started off and ended up seeing him become the richest man. Don't forget to comment below which celebrity you'd like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. We will now reveal Jeff Bezos' total net worth. Bezos' wealth is so massive that, according to Business Insider calculations, spending $88,000 to him is similar to an average American spending $1. Bezos' net worth is $146.9 billion. He is the first centi-billionaire on the Forbes Wealth Index. Bezos has been the world's richest person since 2017 and was named the richest man in modern history. In September 2018, Forbes described him as far richer than anyone else on the planet as he added $1.8 billion to his net worth when Amazon became the second company in history to reach a market cap of $1 trillion. That's all for the richest man in modern history, Jeff Bezos. Catch us in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Kim Kardashian's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to the channel or you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. The famous Kardashian-Jenner family is made up of powerful individuals who soar in their own careers. In this video, we'll feature the fame and wealth of Kim Kardashian. Her net worth also consists of a lot of zeros, just like any other well-known celebrity. We will get to know her net worth at the later part of this video, so stay tuned. Kim Kardashian, or Kimberly Noel Kardashian West, was born on October 21st, 1980 in Los Angeles, California to mother Kris Jenner and father Robert Kardashian. Robert Kardashian was O.J. Simpson's attorney. Kim's father died in 2003 of cancer. The celebrity daughter of the late attorney, Kim, is following in her father's footsteps, apprenticing to be a lawyer. Passionate about criminal justice reform, she is foregoing law school but plans to take the bar in 2022. And oh, did you know, Kardashian West is an advocate for criminal justice reform, gun safety, and cancer causes. How cool is that? Kim K is an American media personality, model, businesswoman, socialite, and actress. Kardashian and husband Kanye West have 4 children: daughter North, son Saint, daughter Chicago, and son Psalm. Kim had 2 marriages before Kanye West. These marriages were with music producer Damon Thomas and NBA player Kris Humphries. In her 20s, Kardashian was the close friend and stylist of socialite Paris Hilton, through whom she first garnered media attention. In 2007, she and her family began to appear in the reality television series Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In December 2010, the International Business Times reported that Kardashian's 2010 earnings were the highest among Hollywood-based reality stars, estimating them at $6 million. In April 2011, E! renewed Keeping Up with the Kardashians for 2 additional seasons, in a deal reported to be worth $50 million. Kardashian has developed an online social media presence, including hundreds of millions of followers on Twitter and Instagram. The social media queen has parlayed reality TV into a real fortune by selling a mobile game, emojis, and now cosmetics. The bulk of her fortune comes from her cosmetics company, KKW Beauty, which generated more than $100 million in sales in 2018. In November 2016, as per CBC Marketplace, Kim Kardashian was paid between $75,000 and $300,000 for each post that she made on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter endorsing beauty products. By 2018, according to Business Insider, Kardashian was charging $720,000 per Instagram post. Much of her income includes wholesale earnings of the Sears line, the Kardashian collection, which brought in $600 million in 2013. In June 2014, Kardashian released a mobile game for iPhone and Android called Kim Kardashian Hollywood. The game was a hit, earning $1.6 million in its first 5 days of release. Over the last few years, Kim Kardashian West has proven she's a force to be reckoned with in the fashion and beauty industries, creating businesses that now compete with some of the biggest names in the market. After collaborating with half-sister Kylie Jenner, the two launched the KKW by Cosmetics cream lipstick set in April 2017, generating $13.5 million. Kardashian leveraged her well-known contoured makeup look to launch the Cream Couture and Highlight Kit, which sold out immediately and brought in $14.4 million in sales. Time magazine included Kardashian on their list of 2015's 100 most influential people, while Vogue described her in 2016 as a, quote, pop culture phenomenon. She was reported to be the highest-paid reality television personality in 2015, with her estimated total earnings exceeding $53 million. Now, cars. Don't put the internet trendsetter, millennial socialite, and billion-dollar entrepreneur Kim Kardashian behind in this area of wealth. So just what cars would you find in Kim Kardashian's auto collection? Kim has a Porsche Panamera that she's been spotted driving in Paris and a Maserati GT convertible back in 2010. Kim doesn't just own one Ferrari, but 2, having bought herself a white Ferrari 458 Italia in 2011 to celebrate her marriage that year to ex-husband, former basketball star Kris Humphries. In 2013, Kim bought her then-fiancé Kanye a top-of-the-range Lamborghini Aventador worth just over $300,000. The reality TV star owns 2 Rolls-Royce Phantoms, a Black Series 2 worth $300,000, and a white car customized with a silver paint job and large rims worth $400,000. For years, Kim's go-to car was her Bentley Continental GTC. Kim has always loved Range Rovers. She has owned several different models in various colors. The Kardashian family has a habit of dressing to match their cars. Or is it that they buy their cars to match their outfits? That certainly seems to be the case in August 2018, when Kim switched vehicles from a white Ferrari to a neon green Lamborghini Huracan, simply because the second car matched the neon green wig she was wearing. When Kim Kardashian married rapper Kanye West in 2014, it wasn't just the celebrity wedding of the decade, but also a union between 2 of the biggest celebrity car collections. When you consider that Kardashian and West are multi-millionaires that are young and fun-loving, then you can bet this power couple would enjoy an impressive collection of vintage and new automobiles. Kanye West treated Kim with a gift truck. Kim Kardashian's new truck cost $245,000, and it's a Mercedes-Benz G550. Kim splashed out nearly $200,000 on a gray Ferrari F430 soon after she met husband Kanye West. Kim and Kanye also own a silver Mercedes Maybach that they bought in 2016 for $200,000 cash. Now, houses. Anytime Kim Kardashian West or Kanye West do, well, anything, they seem to make the headlines. But as of late, most of those headlines have been about real estate. The minimalist mansion in Hidden Hills, Los Angeles, California. The home base of the Kardashian West family is a $60 million former McMansion turned into wabi-sabi-inspired dreamscape. The couple also purchased a 4-bedroom, 3,900 square foot house on an adjacent 4.5 lot to their main house, thus expanding the compound. The price? A cool $2.975 million. Oh, and they've snatched up another adjacent lot, this one just 1.5 acres for $2.7 million. But you can't really put a price on buying out your neighbors for privacy. The Madison Club land in La Quinta, California. The couple reportedly spent $6.3 million on 2 acres of land located in the same neighborhood where Kris and Kylie Jenner each own a property. The City Apartment in New York City, New York. Kim and Kanye's former 1-bedroom, 2,427 square foot Soho apartment was put on the market in September of 2019. Originally Kanye's bachelor pad, the home is currently in contract, with the most recent price listed at $3.99 million, down from its original asking price of $4.7 million. The former Mediterranean mansion in Bel Air, California. The couple purchased this in 2013 for $9 million. The couple completely renovated it to align with the more austere design sensibility we see in their Hidden Hills house, then flipped it for a cool $17.8 million in 2017. Kim Kardashian celebrated her 39th birthday on October 21st, 2019. And because she's a realty queen, the Skims founder celebration was over the top. The gifts came flooding in. To celebrate the beauty mogul's birthday, the Jesus is King rapper gifted his wife a $1 million donation to some charities near and dear to her heart. Kardashian has found her passion in prison reform, and she has worked tirelessly to advocate for the release of unfairly incarcerated people. This truly was a thoughtful gift. Mr. West sweetened the deal with a $2,290 Givenchy bag. But this wasn't all Kardashian was gifted. Kardashian adores fashion, so her friends made sure she got some accessories she would love. The reality starlet's makeup artist, Mario Dedivanovic, purchased her a Judith Leiber lemon clutch that's worth $4,195. Kardashian's publicist, Tracy Romulus, gave her a glittery and bedazzled hot dog purse. The hot dog even has toppings like ketchup, mustard, and relish on it, and it costs an astounding $5,995. Is it normal to have all this wealth? We will now get to her net worth, but before that, comment below which celebrity you would like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. As of 2020, Kim Kardashian West's net worth is $350 million. Kim Kardashian has also made it to other Forbes lists. She landed number 26 on Celebrity 100 in 2019 and number 57 on America's Self-Made Women also in that year. That's all for this episode featuring the one and only Kim Kardashian. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we'll be going over Tekashi 6ix9ine's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity's net worth is. If you're new to this channel, or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. Do you know how many eras of music have passed already? The millennials have their own era as well. That would be the surfacing of rap. The culture of rap and hip-hop have developed in America over the last 2 decades. Rappers like Eminem and Kanye West have made a fortune for themselves by the release of their albums. Rap generally involves explaining a narrative or a story and singing words very fast. Rap songs express the sentiments of the person and is a huge favorite among today's generation. Cool, right? One rapper has also made a name for himself in the world of rap and hip-hop, the one and only Tekashi 6ix9ine. This controversial rapper has been dominating the charts and the news since his debut. With his fame soaring, his money is also growing. Just how much do you think his net worth is? Well, don't get too excited, we'll get to that later. Let's first find out more about who Tekashi 6ix9ine is. Daniel Hernandez, known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, is a 24-year-old American rapper born on May 8, 1996 to a Mexican mother and a Puerto Rican father. Before being known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, he formerly went by the stage name Walla Dan. Tekashi surfaced in the world of music in 2014 with his music that is generally categorized as hip-hop. His music has been marked by an aggressive style of rapping, while his controversial public persona is characterized by his distinctive rainbow-colored hair, extensive tattoos, and legal issues and public feuds with fellow celebrities. The so-called King of New York began making rap music and videos in 2014, and many of his early songs were released by the FCK Them, a music label based in Slovakia. Still, his life back home was tough. His father was killed when the rapper was only 13, so Tekashi 6ix9ine jumped between jobs to support himself and his mother. To make money, he reportedly began dealing drugs and wound up entangled in some bad circles. At the age of 14, he felt the need to launch his first rap album, named Gummo. With that, he became an instant sensation as the songs climbed sharply through the charts of popularity. Well, as they said, one's life has to go through hard times to reach the top. He earns from shows, record sales, streaming services, and features. His Spotify boasts 24 million monthly listeners. Tekashi began a relationship with Sarah Molina in 2011. She's also from Brooklyn. The two welcomed a daughter, Soraya, in 2015. In July 2018, 6ix9ine was attacked, kidnapped, and robbed in Brooklyn, New York. His attackers reportedly took $750,000 worth of jewelry from his home, plus an additional $35,000 in cash. It's also really dangerous to be rich, huh? In July 2018, 6ix9ine had his first Billboard Hot 100 Top 5, Fifi, featuring Nicki Minaj and Murda Beats. The song became a huge hit worldwide and debuted at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. He's also collaborated with 50 Cent recently on the song Kings. Some of the best highlights from 6ix9ine's career include Yokai, 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Fifi, Gotti, Day 6ix9ine, Tati, and World Domination Tour. In addition to his success as a rapper, 6ix9ine has made news several times for the wrong reasons. He was arrested as a teenager for selling drugs. In October 18, the quote, dummy boy rapper was sentenced to 4 years of probation for his sex video case, which involved an underage girl. He was also slapped with 1,000 hours of community service. Tekashi 6ix9ine was at risk of losing his music career and his millions when he was arrested in 2018 and sent to prison. However, on April 2, 2020, the rapper was released due to coronavirus concerns. The controversial star's medical history, which includes asthma and bronchitis, made him a high-risk case for COVID-19 complications. He was released on house arrest in April 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He will now complete the remaining 4 months of his 2-year sentence in the comfort of his own home, wearing a GPS ankle monitor. Interestingly enough, despite his snitching and jail stint, 6ix9ine was able to secure a record deal. According to Complex, Tekashi 6ix9ine signed a record deal with 10K Projects for $10 million. The agreement is for 2 albums, and allegedly, one of the collections is expected to be in Spanish. That's not all. Tekashi 6ix9ine splashed out $35,000 on a Rolex watch for his girlfriend Jade's birthday gift in November of 2018, before he was arrested. Tekashi also bought Jade a $250,000 Mercedes SUV for Christmas in 2018. A Mercedes-AMG G65, the vehicle is a tank-like SUV that was originally made for off-roading, but is known for its luxury, power, and popularity with celebrities. Tekashi might be in federal custody, but that doesn't mean the rapper can't play a very generous Santa to his girlfriend Jade, who took to Instagram to show off the new Mercedes SUV she says he bought her as an early Christmas present. Everyone wants the rainbow rapper. Tekashi is also receiving huge offers to play shows overseas over the next 2 years, as this summer's concerts seem unlikely due to the coronavirus pandemic. He is reportedly being offered huge sums of money to perform live, with TMZ reporting that venues in Saudi Arabia, Australia, Europe, and South America are offering him $500,000 for shows in 2020 and 2021. Tekashi is back to being in the news and dominating headlines. The disgraced rapper was released early from prison and has been busy ever since. Say what you want about Daniel Hernandez, but the man knows how to grab people's attention. Tekashi's living it up. Tekashi 6ix9ine is using his early release to buy himself some new toys. With the extra money from his deal and excessive free time because of house arrest and coronavirus lockdown, the rapper has time and money to burn. TMZ reports that 6ix9ine has been on a spending spree as of late, making some pretty hefty purchases. Although he won't be driving anytime soon, the rapper bought himself multiple expensive rides. According to reports, Tekashi added an Aventador, McLaren, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and a Range Rover to his collection. The drip isn't complete with the car. You have to add the accessories to put the icing on the cake. Tekashi 69 knows this, which is probably why he spent over $300,000 on a chain that's shaped like a shark and a Richard Mille new watch. Money isn't an issue for the troll prince, and it won't be once quarantine is over either. While things seem to be going all well and good for Tekashi since he's been home, he's not out of hot water yet. The Bloods he snitched on are a real threat, and they haven't retaliated, but that doesn't mean they won't. Snitching is a cardinal sin in gang culture. Even more, despite his second chance, 6ix9ine seems more focused on attention and fame than being on remorseful for his actions. We can't really stop this rapper from getting involved in issues. He's controversial indeed. For more Celebrity Net Worth videos, you can comment below which celebrity you'd like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. Tekashi has become quite famous. As is with fame nowadays, the money comes far too quickly, and with Tekashi it has come. He now has a net worth of around $4 million as stated by reports in 2020. That is quite a staggering figure for any human being to be earning at his age. But Tekashi is also known for his notorious behavior. He posted some illicit stuff on Instagram defending his outrageous fashion sense. That led him to being trolled on the internet. Whatever people may say won't stop this rapper from soaring upwards. 6ix9ine is at the late beginnings of his career, and there's no doubt that his fortune will become bigger in the next 5 years. That ends this episode. We'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we'll be going over Ariana Grande's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to the channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. For this video, we'll be talking about a pop star. This girl rocked the music industry not just with her music, but also with her unique style. She is none other than Ariana Grande. Being so famous and successful, her net worth is surely huge. But first, let's get to know a little bit about Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande Butera, or Ariana Grande, is an American singer, songwriter, and actress. She was born on June 26, 1993 in Boca Raton, Florida. She's the daughter of Joan Grande, the Brooklyn-born CEO of Hose McCann Communications, a manufacturer of communications and safety equipment, and Edward Butera, a graphic design firm owner in Boca Raton. She has an older half-brother, Frankie Grande, an entertainer and producer. As a child, Grande performed with the Fort Lauderdale Children's Theater, playing her first role as the title character in the version of the musical Annie. She also performed in their musicals The Wizard of Oz and Beauty and the Beast. By age 13, she became serious about pursuing a music career, though she still concentrated on theater. When she first arrived in Los Angeles, California to meet with her managers, she expressed a desire to record an R&B album. Grande got her start at 14 when she appeared in 13 the musical on Broadway. From there, she became a Nickelodeon star. Grande's breakout role was playing Kat on the series Victorious, which aired on Nickelodeon from 2010 to 2013. Even in the singer and actress's first season on the show, she was making bank. A copy of her contract, obtained by TMZ in 2014, shows that she made $9,000 per episode. She also got paid extra for writing original songs for the show, including $4,000 for a theme song, $3,000 for tracks played in various episodes, and $1,500 for a 20-second track, the outlet reported. She released My Everything, which took off with the single Problem, selling 169,000 copies in its first week. From there, Grande was officially a pop star. She embarked on the honeymoon tour with dates in America, Europe, and Asia. The 8-month tour brought $40 million, according to Billboard. She followed it up with Dangerous Woman and the corresponding tour, which earned $71 million, Billboard reported in November of that year. In May 2017, months before the tour ended, Variety reported that Grande was making an average of almost $630,000 a night, with over $50,000 of that coming from merch. Grande's brand partnerships contribute to her high net worth. She also returned to Manchester not just as part of her Sweetener tour, but also to headline Manchester Pride. It was an emotional appearance for the singer, as her concert at the Manchester Arena was the target of a suicide bombing in 2017, and she later held a benefit concert called One Love Manchester to support the victims of the attack. Grande also likes to invest in real estate. She recently purchased a $16 million apartment in New York City, where she lived with her now former fiancé Pete Davidson during their quick engagement. As for what happened to the home when Grande and Davidson split on October 2018, it's thought that the pop star held on to the investment. The former Floridian still spends time in her mother's home in Boca Raton, which is worth about $2 million. After her breakup with Pete Davidson, Ariana Grande was photographed having a major shopping spree in Chanel, leaving the store with copious amounts of bags. While this is almost certainly the classiest way to handle a breakup, it's definitely not the cheapest. Grande also has a love of thigh-high boots, which she often wears with oversized hoodies or t-shirts and nothing else. As Footwear News noted, the singer has been spotted in boots by Sergio Rossi, which regularly retail for upwards of $1,500 a pair. At the start of 2019, Grande posed for an Instagram photo wearing Fendi's reversible puffer jacket, which costs the staggering $2,890. Meanwhile, the Dangerous Woman performer wore a $695 pair of Sophia Webster shoes in her Seven Rings music video. As the new face of Givenchy, Grande is bound to get some freebies in the fashion department, but her love of expensive designer clothes is undeniable. And yes, it takes a lot of work to look like Ariana Grande, which is why it's unsurprising that she enlists the help of celebrity personal trainer Harley Pasternak. The trainer, who was a regular on Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian, told Women's Health in 2017 that simplicity is key when working with a big star. Understandably, hiring an in-demand personal trainer like Pasternak doesn't come cheap. Even though the exact salaries aren't known, Exercise.com noted that celebrity personal trainers can charge as much as $300 an hour or more. With a career like Grande's, staying in shape is crucial, so hiring a trainer is a justifiable expense. Ariana Grande uses a private jet for her dogs. Chartering a private jet doesn't come cheap. In 2018, Air Charter Service reported that hiring a private plane can cost anywhere from $3,000 an hour right up to $9,000 for those 60 minutes. The site also noted that longer journeys typically cost a lot more as they require bigger planes. For instance, the 8.5-hour journey from Chicago to London costs around $74,600 in an Embraer Legacy 500, or just under $94,000 in a Bombardier Challenger 300, working out at $8,776 and $11,750 respectively per hour in the air. Wow. She also became the youngest Coachella headliner in the festival's 20-year history. She's definitely not playing with Monopoly money. Variety reports that Grande raked in $8 million for her 2-weekend headlining slot for Coachella in 2019. People reports, citing The Blast, that Grande made $4 million for each weekend, just like Beyonce did for her headlining shows in 2018. Grande played 34 shows of the Sweetwater World Tour, grossing just over $1 million per stop. In June 2019, she took home the Fragrance of the Year Popular Award for her latest perfume, Cloud Eau de Parfum. In 2017, Luxe Brands, the beauty company Grande partnered with for her perfume line, announced the singer had made $150 million in 2 years from the 3 fragrances they had released thus far: Moonlight, Sweet Like Candy, and Ari by Ariana Grande. She also has endorsement deals under her belt. As if the touring and music and perfumes weren't enough, Grande also earned income from a year-long contract with Reebok, which was first announced in September 2017. In 2016, she was the face of British brand Lipsy and launched a capsule collection with pieces ranging from $9 to $96 each per nylon. Why vacation like a normal person when you're superstar rich? Just like lots of other celebrities, Ariana Grande will happily drop $10,000 a night on an Airbnb when they don't give her a vacation for free, that is. According to Glamour, in December 2018, Grande took an idyllic trip to Mountain Village in Colorado courtesy of Airbnb. Ariana Grande sure has a lot of money to spend, huh? Well, let's find out her net worth now. But before we do that, don't forget to comment below which celebrity you'd like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. While there are no confirmed figures, Grande was estimated to be worth around $100 million. This fortune only looks to grow with new releases, endorsements, and a lucrative touring schedule. She's also appeared on the Forbes list and ranked 62nd in Celebrity 100 in 2019 thanks to her record album sales, her Coachella performance, and Sweetener tour. That's all for this pop star Ariana Grande. We will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Beyonce's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out just how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. Are you up to know more about another insanely wealthy star? Better get ready because we'll be talking about the woman who slayed the world for years in her career. She's the one and only Beyonce. There's just too much power even with just mentioning her name. Are you curious about her net worth? Well, today we will tell you how much it is and you will be shocked. So, who really is Beyonce? Beyonce, or Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, is an American singer, songwriter, record producer, dancer, and actress. She was born on September 4th, 1981 in Houston, Texas to Celestine Tina Knowles, a hairdresser and a salon owner, and Matthew Knowles, a Xerox sales manager. Beyonce's name is a tribute to her mother's maiden name. Her singing talent was discovered when dance instructor Darlette Johnson began humming a song and she finished it, able to hit the high-pitched notes. Beyonce's interest in music and performing continued. She has performed in various singing and dancing competitions as a child. She rose to fame in the late 1990s as the lead singer of Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. Beyonce is the wife of the richest and most successful rapper in history, Jay-Z. Together, the couple has a total net worth that will blow you away. They are also known for having such luxurious car collections and a huge real estate empire. Her husband, Jay-Z, owns a number of expensive cars, and so does she. Here's a little garage check to Beyonce's cars. Beyonce loves Mercedes-Benz, and she owns 3 of their cars. The super famous couple was seen in Paris cruising around in this S-Class Benz. The S-Class Benz has been a popular selection for many wealthy drivers, especially among celebrities. The car is built with impeccable engineering, and combined with its ability to handle, it's one of the very best that Mercedes-Benz has to offer. Another Mercedes-Benz car that she owns is the Mercedes Sprinter van because of her new baby. This is, however, beyond a van. The Benz Sprinter limousine is a large van that costs $125,000. However, the additions that Beyonce added, including leather seats, may have upped that price a bit. Beyonce's best car, a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, is a symbol of her talent and success in the music industry. She courted the car, too, as she appeared in the debut of the Benz SLR McLaren. This supercar is built in collaboration with Mercedes and one of the greatest supercar brands in the world, McLaren. This is a must-have for Beyonce's collection, which consists mostly of family vehicles. Adding another family car, Beyonce solidifies this list with a Cadillac Escalade. This popular SUV, copped by the Queen of R&B, is one of the best large-sized SUVs in the world. This car is said to be one of Beyonce's favorites, as she has been spotted in it several times. Beyonce tops off her collection of family-friendly cars with a Chrysler Pacifica. Beyonce got this car to assist her in her motherly duties. The Chrysler Pacifica is an exceptional minivan. The $26,000 GM product is not exactly what one would find in the garage of a millionaire. However, with perks like 19 miles per gallon and 3 rows of seating, Beyonce would have no trouble transporting her little ones in the well-built minivan. We're done with her cars. Now, a glimpse into her and Jay-Z's real estate empire. Beyonce's sleek Sudden Place condo, she offloaded this 2,669 square foot NYC condo in 2017 for the full asking price of $9,950,000. The spacious 3-bedroom unit features 3 bathrooms and 11-foot ceilings, and the couple reportedly used it to house guests and visitors. Some people go on baby moons and size up a bedroom or 2 when they have a bun in the oven. Beyonce? She performs at the Grammys and rents a $500,000 per month villa in Malibu. The couple also dropped a hefty $88 million on a new mansion in Los Angeles' famed Bel Air neighborhood. The property is more like a mini fiefdom than a house, encompassing 6 buildings, multiple pools, a basketball court, and a separate quarters for the staff. The 8-bedroom home was the most expensive sale of 2017 in all of Los Angeles County, beating out even a new purchase by music mogul David Geffen. It's a true trophy of a home that reflects just how far this power couple has come. Just too much power. But Beyonce doesn't spend all of her time at her pads. She and Jay-Z often vacation in the Dominican Republic, where they've stayed at a $19.5 million, 35,000 square foot estate. They also frequently visit Paris, where they stay at a penthouse at Hotel Le Maurice for $20,000 a night. That's not to mention their vacations to Italy, Ibiza, and Brazil. But her most lavish vacation was arguably onboard superyacht Galactica Star, worth $73 million. It costs roughly $900,000 a week to charter, and you have to know the owner. In 2017, she and Jay-Z kept it a little more low-key, celebrating their anniversary in the Grand Canyon. We don't know what Beyonce gifted Jay-Z for their anniversary, but we do know she is generous. She gave him a $2 million Bugatti Veyron for his 41st birthday, a $40 million Bombardier Challenger 850 private jet, and a $500,000 sapphire ring after Blue Ivy's birth. And for Blue Ivy's first birthday, Beyonce gifted her an $80,000 diamond-encrusted Barbie doll at the $104,460 birthday party she threw for her. And did you know? Beyonce was the first black woman to headline music festival Coachella, and her performance was the most streamed Coachella video on YouTube ever. Money estimates that she was paid $3 million for her performance. In 2019, Beyonce released her acclaimed Coachella performance on Netflix. The concert is one of the 3 projects in a deal with the streaming platform said to be worth $60 million, according to Bloomberg. In April 2019, she launched a line in a partnership with Adidas. And on December 9th, she took to Instagram to reveal that her first Ivy Park x Adidas sneaker collection will launch January 18th. The Instagram announcement had more than 3.6 million likes within 4 hours of being posted. According to Elle, Beyonce is the first African-American woman to fully own an athleisure brand. She also launched Beyonce Heat, a fragrance line that made $75,000 in sales on its first day. She reportedly sold $400 million worth of the fragrance. But that's not her only foray into fragrance. Beyonce has also been the face of multiple endorsements, starring in a Giorgio Armani fragrance ad and launching Tommy Hilfiger's fragrance True Star, for which she was reportedly paid $250,000. In 2012, she signed a $50 million deal with Pepsi, which included a new commercial during the Super Bowl. She reportedly had a significant amount of control in the partnership. In 2019, the superstar voiced Nala in Disney's remake of The Lion King and curated a soundtrack to go along with it. According to Harper's Bazaar, Beyonce was paid $25 million for her role, which went on to make $1.6 billion. She was named on the 2016 BBC Radio 4 Woman's Hour Power List as one of the 7 women judged to have had the biggest impact on women's lives over the past 70 years. Now she was named the most powerful woman in music on the same list in 2020. On the Forbes lists, she was ranked number 66 in Power Women 2019, number 20 in Celebrity 100 in 2019, and number 28 in America's Richest Entrepreneurs Under 40 2016. Yep, there's nothing more to say. Power. We will now reveal Beyonce's net worth, but before that, comment below which celebrity you would like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. According to Forbes, Beyonce's net worth is estimated at $400 million. Can you believe that? That's just huge. She is still in fame amidst the new generation stars' rise to fame. Her net worth will probably grow more. Who knows? Well, that's it for this powerful Beyonce episode. We will see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we will be going over Justin Bieber's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out just how much this celebrity's worth. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. In this video, we'll be talking about a pop star who amazed the world with his talent at a very young age. He started from singing covers and now performs his own songs on the biggest stages in the world. He is the one and only Justin Bieber. You heard it right, Justin Bieber. We will talk about his net worth and how he spends his money. Before getting into that, who is Justin Bieber? Justin Drew Bieber, or Justin Bieber, is a Canadian singer, songwriter, and actor. He was born March 1st, 1994 in London, Ontario, and was raised in Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Bieber's father, Jeremy Bieber, is a former carpenter and pro-am mixed martial artist. In March 2014, Rolling Stone characterized Jeremy as having, quote, split with Justin's mom when Justin was a toddler and wasn't always around afterward. But he has, as of late, accepted a place of honor in his superstar son's entourage. Patricia Lynn Mullet is a Canadian author, film producer, and mother of Justin Bieber. She also managed her son's early career. Her autobiography, Nowhere But Up, was published in 2012 by Christian book publisher Revel and was number 17 on the New York Times bestseller list during its first week of release. He is one of the most famous artists today. Justin comes from a blended family with a bunch of half and step brothers and sisters who are super close to the singer. Justin Bieber has 4 siblings: Allie, Jasmine, Jackson, who looks uncannily similar to his older brother and is destined for a successful career in the music industry when he grows older, and Bey. Haley Rode Baldwin, or known today as Hailey Bieber, wife of Justin Bieber, is an American model and television personality. Baldwin is trained as a classic ballet dancer, but ended that career due to an injury. She is represented by IMG models and has been featured in major ads for Guess, Ralph Lauren, and Tommy Hilfiger. She is an actor and award show host. Baldwin is a daughter of Stephen Baldwin and niece of Alec Baldwin. These 2 young lovers were wed in a private civil ceremony in New York in the autumn of 2018. Bieber always had an interest in music. His mother gave him a drum kit for his 2nd birthday, and, as he tells it, he was basically banging on everything I could get my hands on. Growing up, he learned to play the piano, drums, guitar, and trumpet, but it was an obscure talent contest in his hometown in which the 12-year-old Bieber finished 2nd that put him on the road to superstardom. As a way to share his singing with his family, Justin and his mom began posting clips of Bieber performing covers of Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, and Neo on YouTube. Within months, Justin was an internet sensation with a lot of fans already. Bieber went from an unknown, untrained singer to a superstar with a big-time record deal with Usher in just 2 years after his mother posted YouTube clips of her boy performing. At age 14, he was already wildly popular with the internet's teens, launching a generation of Beliebers. Bieber went on to become the first solo artist to have 4 singles enter the top 40 before the release of the debut album. Everybody knows Bieber's first single, One Time. This went certified platinum shortly after its release in May 2009. After a few months, he released an album, My World, which also went platinum in several countries. This album hit stores in November 2009, selling more than 137,000 copies within a week. Bieber had another hit single in April 2012 with Boyfriend, which appeared on his album Believe. This album sold 374,000 copies in its first week. And in October 2012, amid controversy over his offensive behavior, Bieber released another top 10 hit with his party anthem featuring Nicki Minaj. In 2014, young Biebs made Forbes' list of highest-earning celebrities under 30, which showed him taking in an estimated $80 million that year, with much of the money coming from his world tour. By 2015, Bieber made a big comeback with Purpose, which became his 5th million-selling record in the US by the end of the year. In the same year, he nailed a summer top 10 hit with the Diplo and Skrillex collaboration Where Are You Now, helmed by R&B songwriter Pooh Bear. In October 2015, Bieber landed his first #1 single with What Do You Mean, also produced with Pooh Bear. In 2016, Bieber landed his first Grammy, winning for Where Are You Now in the category of Best Dance Recording. In January 2017, Puerto Rican singer-songwriter Luis Fonsi released the hit Despacito on YouTube. The video soon became the most-watched video of all time on YouTube. A few months later, after hearing the song in a nightclub in Colombia, Justin Bieber asked Fonsi to collaborate on a remix. Their song went on to hit the #1 spot on the Hot 100. After 16 consecutive weeks in the top spot, it broke the all-time record as the longest-standing chart-topping song in August 2017. The same year, he made the list again with $83.5 million. According to Forbes, the baby singer's first-ever tour, My World, made $53.3 million in ticket sales, and his second, Believe, led to a reported $69.9 million. Also, his 154-concert Purpose tour brought the big bucks in, despite a last-minute cancellation due to unforeseen circumstances, earning him a reported $250 million in ticket sales, according to Billboard. Bieber then enjoyed more success with his spring 2019 collaboration with Ed Sheeran, a breezy track, I Don't Care, which went to #1 in several countries and topped out at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Following the release of Changes in February 2020, the 25-year-old became the youngest artist to have 7 albums reach the top spot on the Billboard Hot 200, breaking a record once held by a 26-year-old Elvis Presley. As you can see, Bieber was very successful in his music career. In 2011, Bieber took to the big screen in the concert documentary Never Say Never. His fans crowded the movie theaters to catch him in action on stage and get a glimpse of his life behind the scenes. The movie opened to a whopping $29.5 million in North America and ended up making $73 million at the box office. Lots of Bieber's money comes from Instagram-sponsored content. The brands he's worked with include Calvin Klein, Proactive, Beats by Dre, Adidas, and Best Buy, among many, many others. It's unclear how much Bieber made when he stripped down to his skivvies for Calvin Klein, but he ended up helping out the brand as CK made $723 million after his shirtless ads. Calvin Klein also sponsored his Purpose tour. And he and his backup dancer donned the brand's famous underwear, and his campaign ran before the show and between sets. CK even sold its own merch at certain venues. He's maintained a good relationship with the brand. He and his wife posed for the brand together in October of 2019. His proactive campaign was also quite lucrative. Rumor has it that he made $3 million for his 2-year deal, although Braun never confirmed the number, although he did say, quote, "We did it because the kid uses it. I never want to do anything with Justin's brand that isn't organic. He isn't manufactured." Proactive usually spends between $12 and $15 million yearly on endorsements. But where and what does Justin Bieber spend his money on? Being a very successful musician, Justin Bieber likes to live big. The pop star likes to spend his money on luxury homes and expensive cars. In 2012, Bieber purchased a massive 9,214 square foot mansion in California worth $6.5 million, but eventually sold the house to Khloe Kardashian. Over the years, Bieber's love for luxury homes has seen him rent 2 condos worth $7 million in Beverly Hills. He's also purchased a penthouse in Amsterdam for $29 million, and a West Hollywood home which rents for about $55,000 a month. That's just for his homes. Let's not forget about his cars. For the first few years of his career, Bieber was too young to drive and had to rely on family members and staff if he wanted to get around. As soon as he turned 16, the singer was clearly determined to get behind the wheel, and so bought himself a custom Ferrari F430, a very different proposition from most teenagers' first cars. The Ferrari F430 isn't the only vehicle that Bieber has owned throughout his career. He also splashed the cash on a neon blue Ferrari 458 Italia in 2011. He was later reported as having, quote, lost this car for several months when he forgot where he parked it, and later sold it at auction for $395,000, more than double the market price. It isn't just high-end vehicles like Ferrari supercars that get the custom matte black Bieber treatment. The singer has also gone to the expense of giving his compact smart car an expensive matte black repaint, and even replaced the smart car badge with a custom swag car badge of his design. Justin's car collection is about much more than high-octane, high-performance cars. He also likes some of the finer things in life. The star also owns a luxurious Mercedes-Maybach S600, a $200,000 vehicle with a supercharged V12 engine capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 5 seconds, and a special air conditioning system which fills the car with signature Maybach scent. And in 2014, Bieber was photographed by the press pulling up to a private jet in his $500,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom. Bieber may have a reputation for not following the rules, but even he knows that a Rolls-Royce isn't the kind of vehicle for everyday driving. For that, he has a custom Range Rover with a powerful V8 engine. He bought his first Range Rover for $160,000 at just the age of 17, making sure that it had his custom matte black paint job too. These are just some of the cars in his collection. Bieber also spends his money on swag, his wife Hailey, and a whole slew of exotic animals as well as his tattoos. He bought his wife her ring, which is said to be worth $500,000. He also spent some serious money on their lavish South Carolina nuptials. At said wedding, he wore a $25,000 grill, so he certainly had his own bling to display. Have you seen Justin Bieber's tattoos? He spends a fortune on them. The singer splashed tattoos all over his body, and these cost a lot of money. He has more than 50 tattoos on his body, many of which cost about $1,000 each. Some artists would also charge as much as $300 to $400 per hour to work on his tattoos. And of course, who could forget his short-lived monkey? While it's unclear exactly how much the monkey cost, abandoning him in Germany was an expensive endeavor. Bieber had to pay a little more than $10,000 to cover the monkey's living expenses. He and his wife also spent money on a puppy named Oscar over Christmas, but that's probably their most normal pet. He dropped a low-key $35,000 on his exotic cats, Tuna, and Sushi. Bieber might spend a lot on luxury items, but he doesn't forget about his family. If you didn't know yet, Bieber is a very generous guy. Basically, Justin takes care of his siblings and his parents. He helps his mother with rent. For Patty's glamorous Los Angeles home is a whopping $8,000 per month, and TMZ.com reports that Justin pays it himself. At least he did back in 2014. Patty and Justin have had their ups and downs. There have been times where Justin and his mother weren't close at all, but they've tried to improve their relationship. Justin feels closer to his father and bought his dad a house. When child stars out-earn their parents by a wide margin and remain wealthy into adulthood, money almost always plays a role in their relationships with their mothers and fathers. He would also donate a lot of money to charity and causes. Justin supports more or less 50 charities. We went from where he started to his star rocket success. Remember, don't forget to comment below which celebrity you'd like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. We will now reveal Justin Bieber's total net worth. Bieber has built up a die-hard fan base of Beliebers who've supported him through thick and thin. After more than a decade in the spotlight, Bieber's net worth has climbed to an incredible $285 million. First discovered on YouTube, he has since sold over 150 million records worldwide. In touring years, Justin is one of the highest-paid entertainers on the planet, easily bringing in $60 to $80 million personally from all income sources. That's all for the worldwide youth sensation Justin Bieber. Catch us in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we'll be going over Kanye West's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to the channel or you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. The world of hip-hop isn't complete without the name Kanye West being heard. Quite a huge name to be mentioned if anyone would ask. Well, nowadays, huge name means huge money. Can you even imagine his net worth? Because I can't. Kanye West, or Kanye Omari West, is a 42-year-old American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, entrepreneur, and fashion designer. He was born June 8, 1977 in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. His father, Ray West, is a former Black Panther and was one of the first Black photojournalists at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. West's mother, Dr. Donna C. Williams West, was a professor of English at Clark Atlanta University and the chair of the English department at Chicago State University before retiring to serve as his manager. West is among the most critically acclaimed musicians of his generation, with his music having spanned a broad range of styles, incorporating an eclectic range of influences including hip-hop, soul, baroque pop, electro, indie rock, synth pop, industrial, and gospel. Outside of his music career, West's success in the fashion industry has led him to being recognized as one of the most influential pop culture figures of his generation. West was first known as a producer for Rockefeller Records in the early 2000s, producing singles for several mainstream artists. Entertainer Kanye West's sneaker company, Yeezy, was valued around $3 billion according to a Bank of America document from 2019 reviewed by Bloomberg. Bank of America valued the company before the coronavirus pandemic devastated the fashion industry and the broader economy. Hey, not everyone has a company of their own. Kanye surely is making us feel poor. Anytime Kanye West does, well, anything, he seems to make the headlines. But as of late, most of those headlines have been about real estate. While the rapper turned fashion designer certainly has the funds to snap up as much real estate as he desires, the question is he going to actually become a mogul? Based on how his past and current dealings have gone, we're not so sure. The home base of the Kardashian West family is a $60 million former McMansion turned into wabi-sabi-inspired dreamscape. The 15,000 square foot home in Hidden Hills is starkly white from top to bottom. That is, except for North's pretty and pink bedroom. Fancy. The couple also purchased a 4-bedroom, 3,900 square foot house on an adjacent 4.5 lot to their main house, thus expanding the compound. The price? A cool $2.975 million. Oh, and they've snatched up another adjacent lot. This one just 1.5 acres for $2.7 million. The couple reportedly spent $6.3 million on 2 acres of land located in La Quinta, a town in Coachella Valley. Kanye's bachelor pad is currently in contract, with the most recent price listed at $3.99 million, down from its original asking price of $4.7 million. Prior to purchasing their current main home, the Kardashian Wests live in this Bel Air house, which was once a Mediterranean-style villa that they purchased in 2013 for $9 million. The couple completely renovated it, then flipped it for a cool $17.8 million in 2017. In November, Kanye bought a $15 million, 12,000-acre ranch in Cody, Wyoming, which he's planning on transforming into a Yeezy campus. As one with practically infinite money does, Kanye bought Kim a $14 million condo in the Faena House complex on Miami Beach. He reportedly backed out of the sale after the media published the news about it, losing about $600,000 in the deposit. That's a lot of properties, and those aren't all. Long before they even met, both Kim and Kanye had a passion for expensive and stylish vehicles, which has continued throughout their marriage. In fact, the couple has even been known to buy cars for each other as gifts. Kanye West is never one to shy away from extravagance. One glance into his incredible garage is enough to prove that Kanye West's car collection is as over-the-top as the rest of his lifestyle. He's been photographed driving several different luxury cars that each cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. West owns $3,845,162 worth of vehicles, according to Forbes. Kanye West is a master at capturing people's attention, especially when he's behind the wheel of one of his incredible luxury cars. Kanye and Jay-Z bought a Maybach 57 to star in the video for their 2011 track Otis. The $400,000 car was later sold at auction for just $60,000, with the proceeds going to charity. Always one to arrive in style, rapper Kanye drove his own Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren Sterling Moss when he arrived at the charity benefit event at the Cannes Film Festival in 2011. Today, a used 2008 Mercedes McLaren SLR sells for about $300,000. Kanye trusts his wife driving, as he's quite happy to lend one of his cars worth $500,000 to her when she needs to go to the gym. He and Kim were also seen driving their own white Gallardo. In 2013, Kim bought her then-fiancé a top-of-the-range Lamborghini Aventador worth just over $300,000. West spent $1.2 million on two Prom Bron Iron Diamond armored SUVs in 2013. Kanye has a Porsche Panamera, which he and Kim were seen driving around Paris when they visited the French capital in 2014. Kanye and Kim also own a silver Mercedes Maybach that they bought in 2016 for $200,000 cash. Kanye decided to channel his inner James Bond when he bought his Aston Martin DB9, which cost $200,000. In August 2018, West reportedly bought his wife a neon Mercedes truck. In a Snapchat story, Kardashian reportedly called the vehicle, which is worth about $240,000, the truck of dreams. One of the most unusual cars on the Kardashian-West family garage is the Lamborghini Urus, which Kanye had customized. The Urus is the Italian supercar manufacturer's attempt to create a high-end luxury SUV, but Kanye had his painted to be an unappealing beige color when he bought it earlier in 2019. Perhaps the highlight of the Kardashian-West car collection is Kanye's customized Bugatti Veyron, which he bought in 2014 for $3.5 million. It looks pretty stylish and it's sophisticated too. We're done with the houses and cars. West also goes all out buying lavish gifts for his wife. Kardashian West has been spotted carrying a Hermes Birkin bag, which can sell between $9,000 and $500,000. That was gifted to her by West. Kardashian West's 20-carat diamond engagement ring, worth an estimated $4.5 million, is among the most expensive celebrity engagement rings. The 20-carat ring was reportedly stolen when Kardashian West was robbed in Paris in 2016, but the couple had a nearly identical version made to replace it. For Christmas in 2014, West reportedly spent $74,000 on gifts for his firstborn daughter, North, who was 18 months old at the time. The haul included a $62,000 diamond-encrusted tiara and a $12,000 toy replica of his black SUV. From his rapping and producing career, we went through his sneaker company, houses, cars, and even expensive gifts. Now, we got to his overall net worth. But before that, don't forget to comment below which celebrity you'd like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. As of 2020, Forbes estimated his net worth to be at $1.3 billion, though West is reportedly still unhappy with it. Forbes reported that West insists his worth stands at $3.3 billion. But hey, $1.3 billion is already quite a feat, yeah? It also seems that he's worth more than his sister-in-law, Kylie Jenner, who was dubbed the world's youngest ever self-made billionaire for the second year running. West is one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with over 140 million records sold worldwide. He's won a total of 21 Grammy Awards, making him one of the most awarded artists of all time. Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2005 and 2015. How amazing is that? That's all for the highest paid person in hip-hop, Kanye West. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Net Worth. On this episode, we'll be going over Drake's net worth. Make sure to stay till the end of this video to find out just how much this celebrity is worth. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. In this video, we'll be talking about one of the most known rappers today. He started from acting and moved into writing rap lyrics. He's the one and only Drake. Yep, you heard it right, the Drake. We'll talk about his net worth and how he spends his money. Before that, let's get to know this famous rapper a little bit more and dive into some background on his family. Aubrey Drake Graham, or otherwise known as Drake, was born on October 24, 1986 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He's a Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, executive producer, actor, and entrepreneur. He's a well-known prominent figure in popular music. Drake is widely credited for popularizing the Toronto sound to the music industry and leading the Canadian invasion of the American music industry. He initially gained recognition as an actor on the teen drama television series Degrassi: The Next Generation in the 2000s. Intent on pursuing a career in music, he left the series in 2007. His father, Dennis Graham, is African-American and a practicing Catholic from Memphis, Tennessee, who worked as a drummer, performing alongside country musician Jerry Lee Lewis. Drake's mother, Sandra Sandy Graham, is an Ashkenazi Jewish Canadian who worked as an English teacher and a florist. His parents met after Dennis performed at Club Blue Note in Toronto, where he first interacted with Sandra, who was in attendance. Drake's parents divorced when he was 5 years old. After the divorce, he and his mother remained in Toronto while his father returned to Memphis, where he was incarcerated for a number of years on drug-related charges. Dennis's limited finances and legal issues caused him to remain in the United States until Drake's early adulthood. Prior to his arrest, however, Dennis would travel to Toronto and bring Drake to Memphis every summer. His father later collaborated with Canadian music group Arkells on the music video for a song titled Drake's Dad. Graham claimed in an interview that Drake's assertions of him being an absent father were embellishments used to sell records, which Drake vehemently denies. Also, let's not forget Drake's son that was reportedly born on his father's birthday, October 24th, named Adonis Graham. Drake was raised in two Toronto neighborhoods. He lived on Weston Road in the city's working-class West End until grade 6, playing minor hockey with the Weston Red Wings. He then moved to one of the city's affluent neighborhoods, Forest Hill, in 2000. When asked about the move, Drake replied, "We had half of a house we could live in. The other people had the top half, we had the bottom half. I lived in the basement, my mom lived on the first floor. It was not big, it was not luxurious, it was what we could afford." He attended Forest Hill Collegiate Institute, where he demonstrated an affinity for the arts, first acting while an active student at the school. He later attended Vaughan Road Academy in the city's multicultural Oakwood Vaughan neighborhood. Due to the economic status associated with the neighborhood, Drake described the school as, quote, "not by any means the easiest school to go to." Drake was often bullied at school for his racial and religious background, and upon realizing that his busy class schedule was detrimental to his burgeoning acting career, Drake dropped out of school, but eventually finished and graduated in October 2012. At age 15, eager to begin as an actor, a high school friend introduced Drake to his father, an acting agent. The agent found Drake a role on Canadian teen drama series Degrassi: The Next Generation. Drake portrayed Jimmy Brooks, a basketball star who became physically disabled after he was shot by a classmate. When asked about his early acting career, Drake replied, quote, "My mother was very sick. We were very poor, like broke. The only money I had coming in was off of Canadian TV." He appeared in a total of 100 episodes between 2001 and 2008. GQ reported in 2013 that Drake made $40,000 a year during his run on the show. In 2008, Drake quit acting in order to pursue music full-time. Jimmy made his final appearance in the 8th season of Degrassi. Drake started writing song lyrics when he was a teenager. He told GQ, quote, 17, 18 is when I was really getting into that hip-hop phase, and really studying the things that I needed to study as far as learning about flows and learning about lyrics." In old unsurfaced footage for Degrassi Unscripted, Drake gives a tour of his home that he shared with his mom and grandma. He even shows the camera multiple notebooks filled with song lyrics. During the 4th episode in the 7th season, which originally aired in the US in October 2007, Jimmy freestyles during a school talent show. At the time, Drake was already working on his own music off-camera. Drake said he was, quote, "kicked off the show due to his hectic schedule." The rapper had already released his debut mixtape, Room for Improvement, in 2006, and his second mixtape, Comeback Season, in 2007. Eventually, Lil Wayne's label Young Money, distributed through Universal Republic, offered Drake $2 million in advance and sealed the deal in June 2009. Drake has often been described as Lil Wayne's protege, and the two have maintained a close friendship. A year later, he released an album named Thank Me Later, which featured contributions from big names like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Timbaland, Nicki Minaj, and his mentor, Lil Wayne. That debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, selling 447,000 copies in its first week, and it also went platinum in Canada in less than 1 week. On March 18, 2017, Drake released More Life, which he described as a, quote, playlist of original music. Just 24 hours later, it had been streamed 89.9 million times on Apple Music and 61.3 million times on Spotify, setting records on both platforms. God's Plan broke Taylor Swift's record for the most streams in a single day in the US in January 2018, just after 2 days of its release. It is also one of the 2 songs on Drake's mini EP, Scary Hours, that debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Drake's second solo record to do so. The second song, Diplomatic Immunity, clocked in at #7, making Drake the first artist to debut 2 songs in the top 10 simultaneously. On April 6th, Drake's next single, Nice for What, replaced God's Plan at the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100, making him the first artist to have a new #1 debut replace their former #1 debut. Over the course of the past several years, Drake has made the Forbes Hip Hop Cash Kings list every year since 2010. In 2015, Drake out-earned the rapping royal Dr. Dre, coming in at an estimated earnings of $39.5 million that year. Drake's insane tour schedule earns the artist $1 million per night. But Drake has other sources of income besides his music and early years of acting career. He also has deals with companies including Nike and Apple that keep the cold hard cash rolling in. The rapper boasts endorsement deals with some of the biggest brands on the block, together with Sprite, Kodak, and Virgin America. Drake allegedly ditched co-ownership with Jay-Z and Beyonce's star-studded Tidal streaming service to sign a deal with Apple worth $19 million. The iPhone company made Drake their darling, releasing promos featuring him singing along to Taylor Swift and even letting him pursue TV and film. Besides that, in 2012, Drake established his own Toronto-based label October's Very Own, or people may know as OVO. He started this with his manager Oliver L. Khatib and producer Noah 40 Shabib. His own line reportedly has a revenue of $4.3 million according to the intelligence firm Owler. Drake may have worked hard to amass a fortune, but his spending habits show that he has a taste for the pleasurable things in life. A lot of his money is spent on real estate, and those locations are decked out with playful features that make them uniquely his own. The singer-slash-rapper has an $8 million mansion in Hidden Hills, California with neighbors Kanye West, the Kardashians, and fellow Canadian Justin Bieber. The house has an enormous outdoor pool, a cavernous wine cellar, and a tennis court. As if that's not enough, Drake bought a piece of land in Toronto and partnered with an architect to build an incredible mega mansion. Drake first purchased the mansion in 2018, spending $6.7 million for the plot of land located in northeast Toronto's exclusive Bridle Path area, otherwise known as Millionaire Row. Since then, he's renovated, redecorated, and designed the space to become the 35,000 square foot palace it is today. Surrounded by a 4.4-meter fence for optimum privacy and security, Drake recruited luxury home designer and builder Faris Rafali to elevate his crib to a whole new level. A person can only drive one car at a time, but that hasn't stopped Drake from collecting a bunch of them. He purchases extremely rare and, may I add, expensive cars. He gets all of his cars imported and customized, giving him a one-of-a-kind version of some of the most exclusive cars in the world. Drake has numerous luxury cars, including Rolls-Royce, McLaren, and a Bentley he even featured in his music video for Started from the Bottom. What's the best way to celebrate selling 600,000 copies of your new album in just 24 hours? Drake's answer was to purchase a super rare McLaren. An enhanced version of the 650S model, the new aerodynamic design of the car provides a 40% increase in downforce. Engine modifications enable the 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 to produce 666 horsepower with a 0 to 60 mph sprint time of 2.8 seconds. Not a bad way to spend $350,000 if you ask us. Drake also owns a super rare 2010 Sang Noir edition. Drake splashed $2 million+ on the hypercar, but with an 8.0-liter quad-turbocharged W16-cylinder engine, the car produces 987 bhp with a top speed of 253 miles an hour. While the outside is all black, the tangy orange interior makes for a more vibrant drive. That's not the only extravagant transportation for the artist. He has a Boeing 767 jet plane. The plane has been customized with his logo and the phrase Air Drake and is valued at a staggering $185 million. The gold-plated interior is packed with comfortable seating. Jewelry is another luxury expense for Drake. His fashion brand's logo is an owl, and he has a necklace featuring the owl encrusted in jewels. He has multiple custom-made necklaces that are each worth upwards of $100,000. The Canadian heartthrob has an impressive jewelry collection featuring Rolexes and diamond rings. Drake has so much money, sometimes he just gives it away by the thousands. Earlier this year, he went around giving away nearly $1 million on housekeepers, college kids, and homeless children in Miami, documented in his music video for God's Plan. Over the course of his career, Drake has broken multiple records, earned a string of awards, and has built a massive following thanks to his musical versatility. But one thing that has received almost as much attention and praise as his music is his philanthropic efforts. When Drake exploded onto the music scene after his stint on the popular Canadian show Degrassi, he made quite the splash in hip-hop with his well-received mixtapes and debut album, Thank Me Later. Given his influence, the Toronto native was honored with the second annual Alan Slade Award, for which he was awarded a $10,000 honorarium. Drake decided to gift his award money to Dixon Hall, a charity dedicated to providing opportunities for individuals living in low-income neighborhoods in Toronto. While in Portland, Oregon for his Would You Like a Tour run, Drake reportedly paid a visit to the Union Gospel Mission of Portland organization. Drake saw how packed the shelter was and felt compelled to donate money to help improve the organization. Stacey Keene, now communications director of Union Gospel, told E! News that Drake's contribution, quote, really helped as the winter is company's busiest season. Then back in September 2013, the Game shared a story of a woman named Anna who lost her 5 children and her boyfriend in a fire at their home in Ohio. After hearing news of Anna's tragic loss, Game teamed up with Drake to donate $10,000 each to help cover funeral costs and provide Anna with her own personal vehicle. Drake's philanthropic efforts didn't stop as his star continued to rise. Before Drake and Meek Mill traded disses over a slew of tracks in July 2015, Drake treated Philadelphia High School to a new recording studio after hearing the news that the students were without a proper space to create music. The rapper donated $75,000 to the Strawberry Mansion High School and announced his generous gift when he invited the students to attend his concert back in October 2013. The rapper's other investments include the Virginia Black Whiskey Company, which he wants to take public after raising $30 million, and the Toronto Raptors NBA team. Drake and the Raptors pledged $2 million to Canadian basketball over the next 5 years, plus $1 million to refurbish local courts over the next 2 years. We went from Drake started at the bottom to him going from success to success. Don't forget to comment below which celebrity you would like to see next time on Celebrity Net Worth. We will now reveal Drake's total net worth. Drake's music has made him more than just a rapper. It's made him a legend. When Drake raps about drinking every night because he drinks to his accomplishments, he really means it. Drake currently has a net worth of